Hi everyone, and a very warm welcome to something a little bit different today. Today we're taking a look at the USC Counterforce. This is an Xcom style game created by Angry Cay Studios and Creatio 49 and is published by Firesquid Games. The publisher very kindly reached out to me to let me have a little early look at this demo, which is going to be out in the Steam Next Fest. So let's have a little play around. I've not booted it up before, so I'm going to do the tutorials and things. First thing I would mention is that I'm not a big fan of the blurring of the text on the outside of the screens. That sort of thing always just makes me feel a little bit weird, and that my eyes aren't working correctly or something. It feels very much like when I'm in VR and can't see something quite right. So I'm not a fan of that on the menu. I'd change that if I was them, but personal preference maybe. So tutorial mission, let's have a look. Welcome to the Squad Assembly Tutorial Commander. Before jumping into the action in the second part, first we'll introduce you to the fundamentals of your squad and how to manage them. Important during this tutorial, most user interface elements will be unresponsive. Just pay attention for now, experiment later. Fair enough. Pretty much like most tutorials then. So I'm a big fan of Xcom. And I know they sort of said Xcom, Space Hulk, Aliens is sort of a big factor in influencing this game. So I'm expecting sort of that squad-based, a turn-based tactical shooter, shall we say. So, squad points. In Defend the Base, Operations, and Single Mission game modes, squad points are the main resource you can spend on purchase of weapons, ammo, and other equipment for your units, and to promote them for extra skill points if necessary. Okay. Squad point budget is based on the configuration, but you can freely spend them on any of your units. There's no per capita limitation. Fair enough. In these modes, your squad always reset their preset loadouts after missions. You don't gain extra squad points, and any ammo, etc. you spend or leave behind is reset to the original when you load your squad. Okay. Okay, this looks like it's going to be fairly in-depth. So the tutorial squad kappa is now loaded. You can see various captions have changed. Okay. To show the name of the squad and the name of the current loadout, trio combo, and the file name tutorial. Also, most of the squad points and some of the materials are spent. Okay. So that's up here. This is cryo combo tutorial. That's our points. The big panel in the center is the main squad assembly panel. 5 tabs, 3 for purchasing weapons, ammo, and other equipment, and 1 for managing your units, and the last one, which is currently active, for managing your squad as a whole. On this tab, you can customize your squad, view the statistics, and manage your loadouts, but we'll cover that in a bit. There's our squad. Okay. So on the left side, you see the unit panel. These represent your members. So action points, pretty standard in these type of games. You get action points for movement, I guess. Frontal and rear armor. Fair enough. Health, yeah. And morale. Okay. So the icon of the currently equipped weapon and the call sign is also displayed. So we're seeing a sword, a katana, some kind of energy weapon, a sniper rifle, and an SMG. And their call sign, I assume, is just their name. When the squad assembly, the maximum value for the respective attribute is shown during a mission. The values will always be updated based on actual stats. Okay. You can left click on a unit panel to select that unit. Currently the 1st Marine Craig is selected. Fine. You can also use the F1 to F6 keys respectively, so you can have up to 6 members in the squad, I take it then. Only during the squad assembly do you have the option to change the order of your first 3 units. These ones here. You can't change that one. In non-campaign mode, game mode, your Marines have different ranks. Thus, a different amount of skill points in descending order. You can promote them for more. See later in the tutorial. Reordering is only a convenience feature if you like, for some reason, prefer one of your other highest ranking officers to be at the top of the list. You can change the order simply by clicking up and down icons. Fine. You can also deactivate your last units. The 4th in a 4th unit configuration, or the 4th to 6th in a 6th unit configuration. Starting from the end of the roster, this can be done by clicking the red X button. Fine. This feature lets you spend the same amount of squad points between fewer units. Reasonable. So you can have 3 better units or 4 units that are probably slightly worse. Fine. A loadout will store your activation status of your unit so you can experiment easily with different variations. Okay. No, this is only recommended for veteran players if you want to play around with it. Okay. So the status panel down at the bottom. Okay, so that's our guy we've got selected. So it shows the level of bleeding, tranquilization, or paralysis will be displayed next to the health and morale bars. Below that is acquired statuses like burning, chilled, frozen, panicked, or berserk. Okay, so there's a lot of status effects. Sorry, I took a pause there because I was listening to the music. I quite like it. Quite sort of metal funk. Very Frank Capacchi. On the right hand side status panel, you can see the resistance, protection, and build up values for different damage and elements and things like that. Okay, great. I assume that's front and back like the armor. I'd guess. These mechanics are explained in detail if you hover the mouse over them. Oh yeah, there you go. Wow. Oh, so resistance and protection percentage. So it's not front and back like the armor. So that's the armor and that does front and back. But these are resistance and protection. Okay. So that's how much protection you have. Yeah, resistance gives the chance to fully ignore the effect. Reduces the build-up value calculations. Protection reduces the incoming effect. Okay, so you get 35% reduction and a 50% chance to avoid it completely. Fine. Okay, this is quite in-depth then. Wasn't sure what to expect. So, customizing units. Okay, so unit specs. Okay, so there's like loads of stuff you can do here. So he's got melee combat as his primary. No levels in anything else. Okay. Especially the unit specs panel, you can see the skills, personal data, and statistics of your currently selected Marine. The latter two are pretty self-explanatory. Fair enough. Each of your Marines has an amount of available skill points based on the rank. You can also promote them to get +2 SP for 5,000 squad points, up to a max rank. Skill points are used to train your units in the 9 skills. Okay. Available for each of them. Skill level. Oh, available for each of them. So that suggests that different ones get different skills. Maybe it's not all the same. I can't select a different one in a minute. But that's interesting. Skill level range from 0 to 5. None of them are mandatory for each Marine to use weapons, perform actions, etc. But obviously training them in the right skills are very important, giving you a lot of tactical choices. Fine. Makes sense. If you hover your mouse over a skill, you'll see detailed information, blah, blah, blah. There you go, so you can do that. That tells me a lot about them down the side there. Okay. You can also decrease the skills. You have 20 points available. Okay, so every unit has 2 specialization options, a primary and secondary. So endurance is secondary and melee combat is primary. For this guy. When you have at least 3 SP in a skill, you can assign it as a secondary, and primary you need at least 4. Primary specialization gives you unit both specialization bonuses for the skill, and a secondary only offers you the left one. Oh, I see. So each of these skills at the bottom has a secondary specialization bonus. So this one reduces pull and push AP cost by 1, grants an additional 20% physical damage reduction when below 25% max health, and the other one is primary specialization if it was that, which it isn't. So melee combat gives both of these, and they're green, so if you've got them, they're green, so it highlights as well. That's a nice UI detail, because there's plenty of games that wouldn't do that and they just leave it the same white color, but here, just to point out that you've definitely got those, it changes them to green. I can't change them just to see that effect in action, but that's good. I'm glad they've added that. I like when people have a sensible UI. It really makes a difference. So just little things like that just point out what's going on. I do appreciate it. And it's a nice contrast colour. You know, it's green on a blue background. It's obvious that that's changed. Every marine also has an inventory of 10 slots. Inventory of 10 slots. That's it, infantry. The items you have there are either only carried or currently being equipped or used. Green background. You can see that Craig has a katana equipped. Okay. It's also shown in this unit panel, as well as a shield and 3 pieces of armor. So this stuff down here. Those are some really boring looking boots. He needs better boots. Look like something I would buy as a boot for walking in the snow or something. You can use a right mouse button or the alphanumeric key 0 to 9. Activate and deactivate, unequip an item. Or equip it, obviously. Given you have enough action points in squad assembly, AP info is just for convenience. Some inventory slots are restricted to a particular type of item. Keep this in mind. You can select an item with the left mouse button. The selected item slot will be highlighted and you can do the following. Move it, swap it, add it to a stack, split the stack, and you can use shift for batch splitting. Doesn't cost action points. And also sell items. Okay, so you can find items and sell them. Given it is unequipped and if a weapon unloaded. And sell all button will automatically sell all items in a unit's inventory that are not equipped and or loaded. Okay. So there's going to be a reason to make money here. The stash and stash all buttons move the items to the stash in a similar fashion. The stash in the top right corner is a temporary space to help you plan your loadout and let you exchange items between your marines. Be sure not to leave items in the stash when starting a new mission, as they are useless there while still costing squad points. Ooh. Okay. So I can tell you about it if you hover over it. So he's got a riot shield and a katana. So you can buy stuff. So this is an assault rifle. Tells you its weapon, details, what type of ammo it takes, burst fire capabilities, good all rounder. I like they've highlighted important things. So at a glance, if you don't want to read it all, you can go, it's an all rounder, it's got burst fire, moderate close combat usability. That I really, again, it's this silly stuff with the UI that some games just don't do. There are a lot of games that would just give you a wall of white text, and you're like, I really don't want to read all that. But look at that. They've gone to the effort of highlighting the important bits. Everything else, you can read it. It's, you know, it will give you information. But these are the 3 important parts about that gun. And obviously the caliber. I really appreciate that. So, when you have a weapon equipped or selected a weapon in the browser, properties preview, you see the weapon panel and all of that. Above that, you'll find the attack info panel. Fine. I mean, currently selected attack mode. This is down here. So, short burst, full burst, melee. A dedicated melee weapon is recommended for close combat, but you can use it. It shows you its damage and stuff. How much ammo it uses. Short burst is 4. 8 times for full burst. Takes different action points. Fine. All firearms have 2 ranges and a default, mostly ineffective save for defending a melee attack mode. So, while melee weapons have 3 dedicated melee attack modes, so the katana he's got would be much better, obviously. After the tutorial, feel free to familiarize yourself with the systems and how they interconnected with skills, etc., etc. Okay, so ammunition. So this, yeah, look at all the ammunition types here. I feel like that bar is going to scroll all the way down. There's loads of stuff. All small, heavy, and special. So there are 2 ways to buy ammunition. Go to the ammunition tab, look for the ammo you want, and then use buy 1 or buy full stack buttons. Back on the weapons tab, use the quick ammo buy buttons below each selected weapon's description. Oh, so when we had the weapon selected, there were some little ammo buttons down here, if you remember. Can I click back? Yeah, previous. See there? That's the quick purchase. Again, a silly UI feature that is much appreciated. It's not really silly, is it, if it's appreciated like that? You've got to give them credit when they do stuff like that, because not every dev will. Fine. So, if you have a fitting weapon equipped, you can right-click on stack ammo and load it, or click on the reload and load buttons, yada, 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 yada. Most ammo types calibers have more subtypes available. They have different modifiers. Modifiers can either be per shot, per attack, or both. Attack modes that fire multiple projectiles per attack benefit more from per shot bonuses. It is imperative to bring enough ammo to a mission. Though with some luck you may find ammo. Yeah, okay. Or even weapons during the mission. It is best practice to estimate how much ammo you would need in the worst case. For example, if you could fire a rifle, say, 4 times a turn on average, and each attack costs 5 ammo, then for a mission that had a deadline of 20 turns, the minimum safe amount of ammo would be 400. That is a lot of ammo. But at least they're telling you this now. Because I was sort of sat here thinking, well, that's really difficult to say as a new player how much you would need. So at least they're giving you an example there. Additional gear, painkillers. It's all about Max Payne. When are they going to remake that? It's supposed to... I've completely detracting from this game for a second. I want to see Max Payne remade. There's talk of them doing it, and I think they are. Is it in the works now? I'm sure I read something about it. Anyhow, there are also a lot of different miscellaneous items you can equip your squad with, and it's very important to bring necessary enough gear. The 3 main categories of gear are biochemical accessories, armor upgrades, and electro-technical gadgets. You can find the latter 2 in the common gear and tech category, or under all, of course. Biochemical items include stimulant sealing kits, hazard removal accessories, while electro-technical items include welding and hacking tools, deployable gadgets, and so on. Biochemistry and electro-technical skills generally enhance the usage of these items in the given category. So that's if you want to build a medic, I guess. And then you can have someone who's really good with the medical stuff. That's pretty cool. Just having a look at the details here. So maximum stack size is 100 and you get 10 per stack. Yeah, so you get 10, batch size 10. Stimulants, endurance. Stimulants have no morale requirement to be used. Use on self only. Item is consumed on use. Okay. Instantly recovers 5 health, 2 morale, and conveys 5 tranquilization buildup. So will not cause paralysis immediately, but may do so in the next turn. Ooh. So there are negatives to painkillers and stuff. That's interesting. So it's not just a case of, oh, this is a painkiller, I'm going to use it. There's actually negatives to that. Okay. Curious about the self-only and how that will work with first aid kits and things. I can, funnily enough, I have some down here. So a trauma kit cannot not on self. So a trauma kit can only be used on allies. A first aid kit can be used on self or anyone else. And a bioactive antitoxin can be used on both as well. Hazmat kit not on self. Okay, fine. This is really detailed. Loadouts on the squad specs tab allow you to create different variations for your squad and switch between these quickly. You can create a new loadout from scratch with the green plus button or clone an existing loadout. This is very useful if you want to experiment with a little different gear, a new weapon, etc. You don't want to start from scratch. A loadout stores all the skill points and specialization assignments, promotions, unit activation status, squad points, crafting material allocations, and gear configuration. So basically everything for each loadout and all of your squad points and crafting materials available. Fine. General tips. A general USCF tactical squad consists of units with the following roles. Bastion, exceptionally well-trained, physical and mentally fit unit with a melee weapon and shield. Traditional armor, and possibly hazard seals capable of withstanding many frontline attacks. Okay. A sniper, a small arm specialist with a long-range firearm allowing for precision strikes against incoming targets or tactically positioned objects. Exploding barrels, much? A medic, a biochemistry expert with an adequate amount of healing supplies, often paired with close quarters small arms. Oh, I'm seeing what they're giving us here. And a technician, an electrotechnicals expert capable of effectively hacking systems, deploying mines, etc. So, at a guess, this is our Bastion. This is our sniper, Mr. Howell. Spencer is our technician, and I assume Jenkins is our medic. If the squad size allows, at least one heavy arm specialist with some area damage capability also recommended. There's also possible to keep an eye out for combo possibilities, like using high-impact weapons to shatter enemies that have been frozen, or pumping additional fire or acid damage into targets that are already burning. For different objectives, a slightly modified squad configuration is always a good idea. For example, multiple melee-capable units are recommended when rapid movement is expected, so you can defend the squad from different directions simultaneously. Use loadouts to quickly set up different variations. Okay. Ready to deploy. With this, we've reached the end of the squad assembly tutorial. The interface has been unlocked, and you can familiarize yourself with the functions a bit more if need be. When you're ready to start the mission, begin mission button at the top. Important, though you now can make changes to the tutorial squad, we recommend doing so only in a limited fashion. Also, only treat this squad as your... Also, don't treat this squad as your own, sorry. As this file is only temporary for the tutorial, later on we'll load and modify squad kappa outside the tutorial if you want. Okay. So, I guess we just begin mission. I mean, let's get into the action. I'm not going to change them. They've set it up for the tutorial. Hopefully they've got the right gear. Your first mission is now begun. It is simple, seek and destroy, eliminate all the aliens. Fine. Or begin on beginner difficulty. Well, thank you. With the enemy attributes further reduced for the sake of training, you can review your mission details at any time by clicking on the blue button with the dossier icon next to the pause menu. Up here? Yeah, that one, I guess. You're already familiar with most of the user interface and with the basic concept of the game. In the next few panels, we're going to explain the fundamental mechanics of movement, interaction, and combat, and then you'll be free to take your first steps. At some specific events, a dialogue will occasionally pop up to explain more detail. Okay, these are our guys. Or guys and girls in this case. So, deselect a marine by left-clicking on them on the map, or use the F keys. You can also tab to cycle through them. Yes, to move, first left-click on a grid. You'll see a path appear. Number of destinations shows how many action points you'll have remaining after the movement. Left-click again on the destination, perform movement. You can abort a movement by left-clicking again. By default, moving to an adjacent grid straight costs 2 APs. Diagonal movement, when possible, costs 3. Okay, so that's why you get so many movement points or action points. By default, the Pathfinder always chooses the lowest cost, AP-wise, but still safe path. If there's no safe path at all, you'll be notified of the danger. At the destination, APs will be in red and an exclamation mark. Okay. On hazardous grids such as fire, the path arrows will have a red outline. If you want to force an unsafe path without modifying the settings, just break down your movement into smaller chunks. The Pathfinder will also plot a path through openable doors. If you don't see a path, it will mean you can't go there yet. Okay, you don't know the layout. There's a locked door. Turning doesn't cost action points. Any of your units can turn at any time by right-clicking in a desired direction or with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 keys on the number pad. 5 represents your unit. The other keys naturally mean the 8 directions. Fair enough. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd said the 5 before. The direction of your units, or the direction your units facing, is important for a few accounts. Your units see a 90-degree arc. To detect enemies and track their movement, they must look in that direction. This also limits what they can fire on in ranged defense mode. Okay. When taking damage, armor is calculated by the direction they're in towards the attacker. Facing the attacker is usually a good idea. Yeah. Operating doors. It's time to move. Select one of your units and go through that door. If you plot a path onto or beyond the door, your marine will automatically open it while moving. Another method is stand next to the door and operate the door button, or press A and then click on the door you want to operate. You can find that among the 3 buttons to the left of your inventory. On all buttons, the orange characters are hotkeys. Green numbers are the AP cost. Okay. To close the door, stand next to it and use the same button. Well, I guess we move Craig then up to the door. Objects. Good, you may enter the room now. You can already see a couple of different things or barrels inside. So in time you'll learn various properties, possible usages of objects. Most of them provide cover and can be moved. Half height marker. Okay. Pushed or pulled. Some are fully block sight and line of fire. Some can be jumped over. Some can be shot through or over. A small grey barrel close to you has the half height marker in the top left corner. Half height objects only provide a small amount of cover but can be fired and jumped over. The same is not true for half height enemies though. Below the grey barrel you can see a larger one with green lights. It is a hydrazine container. It is volatile, but you can perform an action up close to procure the hydrazine from it, making it safe and also providing you some fuel if you need it. You can move many objects. If you stand next to an object and have enough action points, there's also free space behind it. You can push it or you can pull it. You can also perform action with the push-pull buttons. Okay. You can experiment with this later. Now we're just going to move on, go right, find some of the aliens. They'll be behind the barrels. Okay. So we can move him to here. Can't move him again this turn, I guess? Guess not. Let's move Spencer up then to here.
No problem.
And make them face that way. There'll be some enemies already nearby. To the right, you should take a look around behind these crates and barrels. You've now encountered some of the alien species. If you take a look around, look in the room, you'll see the worm south and a rejuvenating worm pig and an alpha reaper and also an alpha worm if you look to the north in the small corridor. If you hover over one with the mouse, you'll see more information. Bottom, you'll see the health bar and armor bar. Every section of the health bar corresponds to about 20% of the max health relatively. The armor bar shows both frontal, left yellow, and rear right orange. Ratings on the scale from 0 to 50. The same is true for Marines. But Marines also have morale. Some aliens also have half-height marker, which means that you can shoot over them at other things, but can't jump over them. Red skull icons are only a compact marker, for they are alphas. The green heart icon on a worm pig shows its rejuvenating property. It heals HPs at the start of each turn. You'll encounter many different abilities on enemies, so keep an eye out for these. Alpha variants of any species are always much more dangerous than their normal kin. Well, let's take them down. Move to a safe distance, more than one grid from any hydrazine barrels. and select a marine with a ranged weapon and ready it with space. Can I make that safe? Did I make it safe? The light's gone out, so I assume I made it safe by spending 5 points. Oh yeah, there, he's got hydrazine on him. Okay.
Roger.
Jenkins. Jenkins come down here? Yes.
Roger that.
Expensive movement though.
Roger.
And we'll move Howl. That's a metal crate, but I think that's full height, so it can't be shot over.
I'm on it.
Move this one down here.
Reporting.
And then that way. No, I didn't want to do that.
Roger.
And this guy... This guy doesn't seem to want to move anymore. Oh, he is... Oh, his action points are at 0. Oh, that's weird. Oh well, so we can do the ranged unit. So,
Roger.
Spencer has whatever this is. What's this gun? A cryoblaster. So, we ready it by pressing space. Okay. The weapon button is now red. And you see a faint orange, yellow, and possibly some red marking on many grids. Depending on what weapon and attack mode you're currently active, where your unit is standing. Faint orange markers show the line of fire of your attack where there's no visible target. Yellow markers indicate that the wall or object or unit in that grid can be attacked, but only if you override friendly fire lock. Okay. Red grids are valid targets. Hover over one to perform an attack. Okay. Each attack mode is also targeting patterns, such as Star Sweep, Free, or Arc, etc. This determines what grid weapons given an attack mode fire on. A unit can move while aiming, or you can toggle aiming off and holster your weapon at any time. Now try moving into a position from where you can fire at one of the enemies. I can fire at that one, yeah? I can do a deep chill. Okay, cool. Good job, you caused some pain. Every attack does physical damage, but some weapons and ammo types can deal additional tranquilizing fire, acid, etc. We should have frozen him, because we used a deep chill. Also keep in mind if the target's armor rating is too high, it may mitigate all physical damage, but you'll still be able to, for instance, freeze or poison them. Continue the combat until everybody's fired. Okay. And you can fire multiple times in one turn by the looks of it. Defensive mode. There's a ranged melee defensive mode based on attack. Okay. So you can use 10 AP to go into defensive mode. Ranged DM will use all APs in reserve to fire at enemies that come into range during the AI turn. Direction you're facing is important. Blue markers will show which grids your unit will be able to shoot at. Okay. Rally DM is even more important. It grants you melee damage reduction based on the reserve APs. Also increases your melee defensive value. Okay. So we can technically reload and fire again. Let's see what can Jenkins fire at. Nothing? Is that a range issue? Changed my mind, because I can't apparently shoot at that person. What about this one? They shoot at anything? They can shoot up there. Sniper rifle. Precision shot or a pinpoint strike. What's the difference? Well, that's for targeting 1 or 2. Does more damage though. Costs more AP. Okay, so we did quite a bit of damage there. Can I move this guy forward to there? And now can you fire at him? Yes, you can. You just do triple fire? Doesn't really do much more damage, does it? We'll try it. Now technically we can fire this one again. And that does that much damage. That does more damage. They seem to do the same amount of freeze damage. Can I finish the job here? Yes! Well done, the Reaper is dead. You can see the number of targets remaining is decreasing. Okay. Keep the formation, move from room to room, clear this place. Okay.
In position.
Reporting.
Well, let's say we do that and then put them on defensive.
Holding position.
So they can fire over that way. This person will have issues because... But they can fire at this down here, technically. This is an access console being used to operate lock mechanisms. Okay.
Holding position.
So that person could fire that way.
Reporting.
Spencer probably move to there and look that way and then put D on that.
In position.
And he can't move, so he can just... Wait, he can move again.
Holding position.
He must have gone into defensive mode. I must have hit D by accident. Well, what do you know? Can I get this person here? I can. Put him in defensive mode there. Yeah, let's put him in defensive mode there for now, and let's end our turn and see what happens.
Target hit.
Oh! That was a big explosion. Sound like a door. Oh, there's something big back there. Oh! Is that dead? Okay, first is now concluded. You only have a few things remaining to be said, and you'll be on your way to completing the mission. Some of your units took damage, has low morale, or has even been poisoned. They can use medical items in the inventory. Your marines also have other usable items, such as hand grenades, hacking devices, etc. on them. These give you additional tactical choices. Okay. You can also crouch. Ooh. To change stance, use the button left to operate the door button. Or the S key in this case. While crouching, it takes more APs to move, but you get a small defensive and targeting bonus. Okay. And your other marines can shoot over your head. Aha! That's interesting. So if you're in a thin corridor, you can have the sniper shoot over the head of the melee guy who's crouching. If you select an item, you can also now drop or pass it. Okay. So, first thing is, who got damaged? This person got damaged, right?
In position.
So I click status, there we go.
Roger.
They only took a little bit of damage, actually.
Reporting. Roger.
And morale's fine as well, so actually they're doing okay. Who's got grenades?
Roger.
Is that a grenade? It's a cryo charge. That's a grenade. Now, can you throw it, though? Aha, you can. So we could throw a grenade over here and try and kill those guys. Let's try that.
Grenade.
Nice. Okay.
Standing by.
So let's move this person to here. Because apparently we can use these devices. Access this console. Take the hydrazine out of there. Ooh. There's an enemy over there. Who has skills in electrotechnics is the question. Heavy arms. Does anyone have electro? Oh, this person does. I moved the wrong person here. My bad. Can you fire at that, though, while we're here? Space 2. No, you can't see it, can you? Fine. Do I need to reload that, actually? Reload, there we go. Just to be on the safe side. Not that I can shoot at that. So, come here and then face that way.
Roger.
You can then come here because you do have that. And you can hack the system. Use a better tool. Is that IT and hacking? Oh, there we go. So we hacked it once. Yes. Oh.
I can't do that.
Oh, it doesn't have enough points to use it. Okay. I should have tried using that twice. I assumed it just kept it equipped, but I don't think it did. So, something to pay attention to next time. Can you shoot?
Do that.
No, no APs. So we do defense mode, in case that guy moves. This is all a mess. There's nothing up there, is there? Not really. Just walls and stuff. We could go here and just collect the fuel. I don't know how much benefit there is to that. Kind of want to put them in defensive there.
Position.
There's a door here. There's doors here.
Orders.
Jenkins can probably come up this way and assist and just keep an eye that way. We'll just go for defensive.
Standing by.
And we're going to have to start pushing these, aren't we? So what's push? Crouch, toggle, pick up item. Push object. There we go. Okay. So now you can now go that way around, but we're going to go defense.
Position.
So everyone's now in a defensive position to shoot that if it moves. Super. Okay. It's next turn. What was that? Someone moved something down there. That's the aliens moving around.
Kill confirmed.
That one's killed. Well done. Oh. Why isn't that one firing? He must have no points left. All of these barrels are taking damage, which I guess is concerning. You will fire at this. Oh, you can't fire at that guy because it's the wrong height. Poo. Let's hack that because it's successful. Then you're going to come up here. You're going to turn this way.
In position.
Spencer is going to fire at this person. Can't fire at that person. No. No. Ooh. Why not? Is the question here. Hmm. Can these guys go around and help? See, that's fire, so it's hazardous, but I need to go through it, really, don't I? I guess it'll burn out eventually.
Position.
But this person isn't going to be able to fire at that thing either, because it's behind there.
In position.
Hmm. And I can't push that. I pull that. He immediately stood on the fire.
Roger that.
Hmm.
Orders?
I think we should pull this character back to here. And turn, and then maybe move this one. Maybe Jenkins could just follow, and this guy can go to here. And then look this way. And we'll go defensive, defensive. And if this thing moves, it's going to get shot. Now, do we go round here behind it and cause it issues as well? Get Jenkins to come round? Yeah, let's do that. So then he can come to here, grab that, face this way, and say crouch, defensive.
Reporting.
And then we can get this one to come here, aim that way, and go defensive, and we'll be... In fact, no. Can they not just fire? No. Surely should just be able to fire over there. I know he's like there, but I'm not sure why I can't shoot at that. Well, let's say defensive and let's just end our turn. Still something down here. Maybe I'll regret facing that guy that way. Because they obviously have stuff down here.
Engaging enemy.
Is he not fighting back? Defensive? Guess not. Okay, my go.
Orders.
So you stand up and slash, thrust, combo. I think a slash would do it. I was going to say, oh, there we go. Job done. Super. Don't know what's up that way. I guess we'll go down this way first. Didn't we already hack all that?
Standing.
Let's move Craig down here.
Yes, sir.
So Spencer can come around here.
Yes, sir.
Let's go a long way around, unfortunately, but never mind. We can hack the door.
In position.
Oh, it's Howell I wanted to do that, really, isn't it?
Roger.
Standing by.
Need to get used to my characters.
Roger that.
That's Howell, there we go.
I'm on it.
This person should be able to open it without too much of an issue. You can hack this door. Open door. So there's an enemy there.
Orders.
How many movement points? Not a lot. How much is a slash? 5, thrust 5, that's 10. So we can probably maybe do a thrust. I'll just do the full 10. That works. And then, what's that? Items on shelves.
Reporting.
You can come to here, and then you can pinpoint strike. Precision shot. Can't fire.
Orders.
Face that way. Can you fire now? No. Why can't you fire at them?
I can't do that.
Out of APs just was...
Standing by.
Standing
You have
by.
32. Come over here.
Understood.
You can fire. Triple fire. Whoa! Why did you shoot? How did he shoot my guy?
Too easy.
That was confusing.
Holding position.
Defensive mode. That was really weird. Why did that happen?
Understood.
I guess ricocheting bullets?
Affirmative.
Reporting. In position.
Holding position.
Reporting.
Yes, I want to end my turn.
Attack.
This is quite a big area, actually, isn't it? I'm impressed by how involved this is, to be honest. So items on shelves. So what are the items?
In position.
So we can pick stuff up.
Searching.
Oh! Okay. Interesting.
Standing by. Searching.
Okay.
Searching. Searching.
Pick up items. There we go.
Orders. Roger that. Searching.
Grenades. This person has plenty of slots open.
Orders.
The others not so much.
Orders. Roger.
This person has quite a few. Can't pick up those. So get around here.
No problem. Searching.
Should pick up everything. Rubber ducky. Bonus extract from the mission area.
I can't do that.
What is that? High explosive rounds for a machine gun or something.
Roger. Understood.
I'm just like on a shopping spree here.
Searching.
Ammo. Super shell. It's an armor repair kit.
I can't do that.
In position. Searching. Searching. I can't do that. Searching. I can't do that.
Oh. I guess I'm full technically. Okay, fine. Let's move on then. There's a door down here.
Roger that.
Craig will open this door. Huh. Nothing actually in this room. It's a fake. Fine.
I'm on it.
Guess we're not getting anything out of that room.
Standing by.
I think on the basis of... I think that's full height, so... Jenkins has plenty of move points, so...
Yes, sir.
Face that way. I'm going defensive. Spencer will come
No problem.
here.
Holding
Go defensive.
Standing
And
by.
then let's skip a turn. We just wasted a lot of points that turn picking stuff up. There's stuff down here. Interesting. Okay, so
Roger. Affirmative.
Jenkins can come up here. Do I need to heal my guys is the next question. Because, I mean, he could use a little medic kit, couldn't he? That recovers a lot of health, though, which seems a bit excessive.
Roger.
Like, they haven't lost that much health, have they? Ooh. The goo is an issue. Hang on then.
Reporting.
Let's move this person first.
Copy that.
Roger.
Now we can move them safely there.
Yes, sir.
More items. Interesting.
Reporting. Copy that. Yes, sir.
I guess we're going up this way.
Position. Yes, sir.
Standing by. Holding position.
How many turns am I allowed on here? 6 of 16.
Holding position.
So plenty, in other words, really.
In position.
I kind of want to move this person up.
Orders. In position. Affirmative.
Just so I can see what's in these more ducks.
I can't do that.
Take the trauma kits.
Searching.
Bandages I can't take.
Searching.
Nothing there I can take, I guess.
Searching.
Plenty of Novoplast. Who has Novoplast? This person does.
Reporting. Roger.
You can pick up some of those.
Understood. Searching.
That's all you can do this turn. Fine. Yes, I'm ready to continue anyway. So they can't reach us through there. They can come this way, though. I guess we're going the long way around. So,
Orders.
who had the rubber duckies? That person. And the rubber ducks were on one of those? Or was it that one?
Standing by.
Ah,
Searching. Searching. Standing by. Searching.
it's on the first one. Fine. So, fine. Let's push up and get round there.
Roger that.
Oh! Precision shot.
Tango down.
Okay, that was easier than I expected. I thought they would struggle with that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there's a lot of enemies there. Deep chill.
Enemy down.
I put her defensive now to shoot at anything that comes this way. This guy has 28 points left. 24 face that way, and precision shot does 8 damage. How much health do we reckon it has? Does it say? Doesn't actually tell you the exact health, does it?
Reporting. Engaging enemy.
Nice.
Roger.
They did a good job. Okay, fine. Craig needs to try and get up here, preferably.
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
that'll do. And then you can go defensive. Doesn't have enough points to go defensive.
Orders.
And this guy's going to come up as well.
Affirmative.
Can't really do anything. I may have moved him up too far. This might end badly if they attack, because these guys aren't gonna. These guys will cover,
Reporting.
but not going to be able to shoot past him. I'll take the choice to do that. And he has defenses on multiple sides, look, so that's probably a good thing. I think that means defended on multiple sides. It's probably the best I could ask for that.
Roger.
Let's just go for defensive and shooting that way, and then next. Yes, I'm sure I want to end it there. It missed, thankfully. Why did none of them shoot that guy?
Standing by. Attack. Roger.
Slash thrust. I'll try a slash just to see how much damage it does.
Okie dokie.
Doesn't do much, does it?
Tango down.
Did the job.
Copy that.
Fine.
Standing by.
Spencer can come and pick up this. Is there much back this way?
Understood.
No, nothing back there. So then come down here. Turn that off. It's fine. So there's an enemy in there. What's Spencer got?
Roger.
Not any grenade. That's a tranquilizer grenade. But I think it has to be fired from a particular weapon. Yeah.
Standing by. In position. Understood. Holding position.
Reporting.
Roger. Roger that.
This guy should be able to shoot down this way.
Holding position.
There we go.
Orders. Holding position.
Defensive. There we go. Yes, I want to end my turn. Got the little thing. That took some damage. Oh. Don't like the fact it's got a glowing back. It unnerves me.
Roger. Yes,
Let's get this character down here. Did you face that way? Space, yes. Deep chill. And again.
Tango down.
Job done. And then, can she fire again at that character? No. If I turn? No. Okay. That's locked. Data bank.
Reporting. Orders.
And you can't fire at that, which is concerning. Pinpoint strike doesn't work. Must be too close. Fine. So this guy can run down here as well, past it. Oh, there's loads of stuff over here. Grenade.
Throwing grenade.
Precision strike on that thing.
Attack.
That's big. Oh, it's dead.
Reporting.
This, however, is an issue because it's right there. How many moves do you have? A few.
Roger that.
So you can probably turn and fire at that with a cryo weapon.
Too easy.
Deep chip. What happened to that? Is it dead? No, it's still alive. It just shrunk.
Engaging enemy.
Oh. Can't fire again, though. Right, so Jenkins can come and assist in here. Can't fire at it. Move up slightly. Why can't you fire at that? I'm very confused why that can't be shot at by this guy. I don't understand that. Surely I can shoot at that. What about that guy down there then? Can't fire at that. That thing's healing itself.
Roger.
Oh well. So this guy will do a slash.
Engaging enemy.
Let's do a combo, shall we?
Attack.
Oh! That hurt him a lot. Who's my medic?
Orders. Standing.
Jenkins.
I'm
Can you
hit.
get to Jenkins?
Affirmative. Roger. I can't do that.
I need to right click to use it. There we go.
In position. Roger.
Standing by.
You're not sure what to do about that creature there.
Reporting.
I guess I just have to accept that one of my characters is going to get injured. Oh! Not a huge amount of damage, but some damage. Yikes. Oh, they can't move too far, thankfully. Oh! Uh-oh. That didn't do any damage. Oh, he's bleeding, though.
Standing by.
He's got a bleeding attribute. Okay, fine. So, if I do a combo attack...
Okie dokie.
Oh, he missed.
Engaging enemy.
There we go. And again.
Target hit.
And then a slash or a thrust. Thrust. Missed.
Standing by.
Not good.
Roger.
Spencer can do a deep chill on this guy. Try and kill the big guy first, I guess. Maybe on this guy as well.
Target hit.
Okay, fine. Jenkins. Double fire. Can do a double fire on this now. It's close. Good. And then we've got plenty of points left, so triple fire. Triple fire. Yes.
In position.
Break can't engage again. This guy, can you... Out of ammo? Ooh. Sniper rifle ammo. Can I reload? Yes, you can. Yes, precision shot.
Enemy down.
Yeah, they like die and then spawn a smaller one. It's quite weird. What is that? You can shoot the walls out. Interesting. Okay. So you've taken a bit of damage, but you're okay. You're gonna face probably that way and just be ready to shoot. You are mostly okay. You are okay, but bleeding. I need to do something about the bleeding. Stops bleeding.
I can't do that.
Oh, it's out of APs.
Standing by.
Roger.
I guess I'll wait till next turn.
In position.
In position. Orders.
Who's the ducky person? That's the ducky person.
Affirmative.
I'm gonna pick up the ducks.
I can't do that. Holding position.
Roger.
Spencer can be that way and...
Holding position.
Okay. Turn 10 to 16. I've not got many turns left.
Fire.
Kill confirmed.
Well done.
Attack.
Oh, nice. I'm impressed with the performance of my units. Right, he needs to heal. There you go. Remove that effect. You can come here, and we're going to attack this person with a slash.
Enemy down.
Easily dealt with. 22 left. You are doing okay. Let's move.
Roger.
Who's the guy with the hacking equipment? It's Howell.
I'm on it.
I might just let him hack this. There we go. Success. Okay. We bothered about hacking them all? Or?
Roger.
I do not know.
Yes, sir.
Spencer's coming this way. Okay. What's all this? A reactor.
Orders? Understood.
There's an enemy down here somewhere, isn't there?
Roger that.
There.
Roger.
Standing by.
Deep chill. And again? And again. Missed. Good shot.
Engaging enemy.
Job done. There we go. She has made herself useful. What about this guy? So, what do we have to do with the reactor? Let's have a look at our objectives. Seek and destroy. Okay, fine. So we're not worried about that stuff. We would like to, I don't know if we can hack that or what.
Yes, sir.
Get this guy in to do some hacking potentially.
In position.
Just says locked.
Orders.
Let's end our turn. Yes. Mission completed. Okay, that's it. That's all we had to do. Okay, fine. I wasn't sure what to think about the reactor. I don't know if you can do something with that or not. I actually quite like that tutorial, and this game is really in depth. I feel like I'm scratching the surface of what is available in it and what you can interact with. That's what we've got out of it. Crafting materials. Back to menu. Okay, so that's a tutorial. So you'd now do operations or single missions. So sector sweep, escape the mines. I mean, this is a demo, so it's not going to have like campaigns in, I'm sure, or big campaigns. And then you've got single missions where you set stuff up. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to put up this video as it is, because just by playing the tutorial, it's really fun. I'm actually quite impressed with how it's been done. I mean, it's not as fancy, per se, as XCOM in terms of its graphics, perhaps, but I think just the amount of functionality and everything that's in there is really good. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. Do check out USC Counterforce when it appears in the Steam Next Fest as a demo. Give it a go yourself. It's a lot of fun. I'll try and put up some more gameplay of doing the operations on a single mission over the next week or so.